And with that, we are back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back for another week of Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. We are Light of Thylea. I'm David. These are the wonderful people who play with me every week. Thank y'all. We're going to be diving in pretty quickly. First of all, you'll notice the big black rectangle. Alex is going to be missing tonight, doing important god dragon thing shit. So yay. We'll be trekking on with only 4 gods. Yep. I never had 4 gods in a party. I'm terrified. I'm fucking terrified, you guys. For any of you dams watching, this is their game now. I mean, truly their game now. I'm just also here. This
Well, we're like little baby gods, like, you know, like little baby deer when they're first born, and horses. Like, we're stumbling around still, so like we might make it worse. We might make it worse.
That'll be great. I'm honestly super excited for it. It's something that I've wanted to do with high level play for a really long time, and I'm so excited that I get to do it with you all. Because yeah, I mean, if you've watched the last 134 episodes, you know the path that they've taken and endured. So it'll be exciting to see what kind of shenanigans they get up to. As always, before we get into it, just some quick nerd announcements. The Shelly one that I'm excited about is Polyhedra made a call for staff members and moderators and people that'll help us market, and a lot of people responded. And I'm super excited to be able to make the official announcements of the new team tomorrow. We're just waiting on one more response, and man, it's been a journey, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, personal growth, and just, I don't know. It's been really humbling and awesome to see the community grow and change. And I'm excited that the community is going to start running itself more and more and more. And all the people along the way that helped, whether you've been a player, like everyone at this table, or a moderator in some capacity, like Clancy and Tyler both have done in the past, or, well, now you're part of staff and you know who you are. Thank you for making Polyhedra what it is now today, and I'm excited to see what it will grow into in the future. And also, quick pause from the very get-go. I need to give these players a little bit of credit. Running a stream game can sometimes be a little bit annoying because you have to do things like wait for cameras to be adjusted, or you know, you can't maybe say the same things on a stream that you can maybe do in your home game. You know, the hoes know what I'm talking about.
Did I miss a rule somewhere along the way?
You did not. You did not. Okay. But I think there's a perception of that, and I appreciate all of you that I hear right now for having done that, because frankly, this has obviously always been a flagship in having people see what Polyhedra can be, some of the best of Polyhedra, and you guys are the best of Polyhedra. So, thank you for being you. I'm gonna stop with the cheesy shit now. All right, to shilling other people that don't pay us for that, but I kind of like the neat shit that's out there on the interwebs, so I'm gonna boost it. Pathfinder, the Dragon's Demand, is a really neat digital miniatures, like a la not Allah, but like Allah. Fucking what is it called, Tailspire, and or if you've looked at it, the alpha for Sigil, the VTT, except it's a turn-based CRPG, so it'll actually be playable in there. They were able to make their Kickstarter, so that is fantastic news. They have almost $400,000 raised. I think there's just a little bit left. I forget which one it is. Maybe it's the 400,000 mark, where you can do multi-classing in it, and that'd be really dope. It's 2E, Pathfinder 2E. So for all of you that, like myself, have maybe gotten a little bit too deep into the rabbit hole that is Pathfinder, this could be right up your alley. But that's it for my nerd news. Do you guys have anything that you want to boost? Don't make me do it, Clancy.
Alright. We're getting closer and closer to Dragon Age.
Woo!
I'm excited and scared, but I'm gonna try to be excited.
I'm sure it'll be great. It'll be great. With that then, hey gods, are you guys ready to fuck some shit up and wish yourself whatever the fuck you want to from here on out?
I'm ready.
Speaking of, can you remind me what the levels of exhaustion are?
Can I hit you with levels of exhaustion, or can you remind
No, remind me. 6 is negligible. I remember that.
Negligible, less negligible, kinda sucks, really sucks, super sucks, dead.
That is
so
the
probably
official ruling.
Probably two.
Super
Probably
sucks.
Two. I knew the first one was like, meh.
The first one I think is just disadvantage on your skill checks.
Oh, gross.
Doesn't matter when you have permanent foresight.
It's true. It's just straight rolls. I think it's disadvantage on ability checks.
And then it's like half speed, right?
Attacks.
That's
then
it.
half speed.
Half speed is 3 or 4, I forget.
Yeah, then you become like catatonic. You become catatonic at 5. Like you cannot move. Your speed becomes 0.
Right. And then dead.
And then dead. No. So that'll be fun. I think actually if you go to your character sheet at the top. Yeah, okay.
Oh, does it tell you if you hover over exhaustion?
Exactly, that little smiley face. If you hover over it, 1 is disadvantage on ability checks, 2 is speed halved, 3 is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, 4 is hit point max halved, 5 is speed 0, 6 is goodbye.
Got it.
Boom. Looking up rolls. I know how to play this game.
I wish Kentamane had 6 levels of exhaustion.
Nice.
Hey, am I missing something, or is there nothing for that magic bolt ability on the character sheet?
I just don't think he gave it to those of us who already sling magical stuff.
But it's so much better than anything I sling.
Slang.
Because I think Brissa has it on her sheet.
All right, you guys vamp for me while I get those added really quick.
So, not specifically nerd related, but I decided to rewatch the Reacher series the last couple of days, and it's making me really want to play a strength monk because he just smacks people around, and I'm like, God damn it! Why isn't there a good format for a strength monk? Unless you pretty much have to be a turtle to get any AC and still be a strength monk. Which is also kind of fitting because Alan Ritchson, who plays Reacher, also played Raphael in the last 2 Ninja Turtle movies. So, I don't know.
Next character idea. Right there.
I just really like the idea of smacking people around. Both in and out of game, maybe. Did I say too much? Nah, only the people who deserve it, obviously. Nah. I'm really not violent.
Okay, we believe you. You know, when you say it like that, we 100% believe you. There's no doubt in my mind when you said it. I'm not really violent in real life when you say it like that.
I believe.
I believe you.
Alrighty. Thanks for the vamping. Everybody now has very powerful bolty bolts. Anything else that you guys want to call out before we get into it?
Where would the multi-bolts be on our character sheet?
That's the equipment.
Yes, it's just not on your.
Oh, I see. It's not a spell; it's an inventory thing. Okay.
Who wants to do a quick recap so that people at home know what the hell happened? There's so many people.
Oh man, usually we rely on Elena for these, but she wasn't here last week.
I could take a guess.
Yes.
We became gods.
Yes.
we cured Daphne's mom.
Oh
so
yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
Cured her mom.
Yeah.
And I say the we because I was there at Spirit. And then the Fates became gods and talked to Thylea.
Yep.
And she was like, "Hey girls," and said important things. And then, that's about the extent that I know what happened.
Yanni also became a god.
Oh, okay, yes. Yanni's a god. So we're all gods. I mean, basically, bring it on, Kentamane.
You're missing a crucial part, Elena. You're missing a real crucial part. And I know it breaks your heart. I know you're so against it. But Lyra doesn't have bird feet anymore.
That can be wished back into existence. That's what we use our wish on.
Oh my god, they're gonna kill themselves wishing Lyra's feet back and forth.
Yeah, I did let Tyler know that once the world has potentially been saved, that'll be what we just do back and forth to each other every day. Love yourself as you are, Lyra.
This is how I are now.
I feel like Lyra just got jealous of all the shoes and.
Yeah.
But you can't perch anymore. When we're in trees, you can't perch anymore.
You don't know how dexterous my toes are.
That's worse. I hate that.
Look, I have acquired a rare set of skills from my work in different places.
Okay.
You don't know.
I'm just picturing you perching on a tree for the first time since you got human feet, and you're like Ariel, who doesn't know how to walk. Like, you're just like, I don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
Does track.
The most dexterous toes you've ever fucking seen.
Jesus Christ.
So you went from bird feet to monkey feet, is what you're saying?
They're gonna chisel pictures of your feet all over Thylea.
It's gonna be her symbol for holy.
Oh my gosh! Lyra starts Wiki Feet. I've invented Wiki Feet, and now they just chisel feet in different museums, but they're my feet.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's been a thing for a long time.
Yep. People are their feet, David.
Not me, but people. I actually hate feet. Even my own feet. I don't even like touching my own feet. We can't unpack that right now.
we cannot. I don't know how to segue away from that. So, let's assume this: you all wrapped up upon the mountain and have descended down into the streets. Brissa, in her humanoid form, started gathering up people, and people intrinsically knew that something had happened. When you changed into gods, thunder rumbled through, and we can totally do flashbacks if there's anything that you wanted to do before you left the mountain. We can definitely do that too. So,
just 100%. Back. I'm sorry. No, I was just like, oh yeah, Balmitria. Sorry, that's all.
Yeah, Balmitria's
right.
back.
Yeah.
Hold up. We got Balmitria again. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, we have Dragon Mommy back, and as she goes through the streets, people tell stories that they could feel the ground rumbling, that a powerful magical force for those who are magically attuned rippled through not just their bodies but their very souls. Again and again, it felt like shockwave after shockwave that was incredible. Anyone explains it was an exhilarating feeling. At first it was fear, but they were filled with hope and joy and excitement as the ascensions all took place. As you walk through the streets, you can see people looking at you different, staring at your feet, Lyra, and saying, is she still the same? Does that still count? How many parts of her can be replaced before she's no longer Lyra? I'm going to write a fable about that. And
her one true goal is no longer being Lyra, so
are you saying it was Aesop then? Sorry, are you saying it was Aesop that was saying that? Since there's going to be a fable?
No, it's probably
he passed the mental on.
what's his fuck, that one satyr that I can't stand. I don't remember his name.
So specific. I love this.
Hesperos.
Hesperos.
Too many NPCs.
I think he was before your time, Lena.
I was just saying,
or like right at the beginning
of
your time.
I need a picture.
He was on the boat.
Twice,
he was on the boat, so
yeah.
The boat that we haven't seen in ages.
I'm pretty sure Australia's turned it into a pleasure barge at this point.
All right, well, good for her.
So as you are walking through the streets, you can sense even Daphne, Lyra, Darien, where before you had seen just the possibilities of things around, and it almost seemed like a blur of shadows around people and events sometimes. Now you can see through people sometimes if you focus just enough, and you can see burning within their chests are specters of their souls, the potential. And you can see as they look upon you, it's almost like the hues, the colors of these souls seem to change ever so slightly. It's like this kaleidoscopic effect that you have just stepping in. And for the first time, you see, you feel on almost sixth, at this point, seventh sense type style, literal manifestation of faith, of belief, as people begin to believe in you. Understanding as the message is spread by Brissa and Acastus, town criers running in front of you all, announcing that the light of Thylea has become the gods of Thylea. Does that mean that you guys are not kind of like, oh, are you guys like Pink Floyd, the Dark Side of the Moon, with like the little prism? As like the light of Thylea goes in one way, and then it's like the gods are coming out the other way. It's like a little rainbow. Are you guys the rainbow of Thylea now?
Yes.
Everyone's gay now.
Listen, Yanni represents it in his own way. You know, somebody's got to be Ace. Makes sense.
Yanni can be an ally.
Mm-hmm.
He's Ace. He's an Ace.
He's part of it.
Oh, that's also true. That's
He's
also
already
true.
part of
That's
the
also
Alphabet
true.
Mafia.
That's also true. That's also
Our
true.
homie.
That's also true.
And so,
Sorry, I wasn't trying to
Lyra.
erase Yanni's asexuality. Lyra's just not used to people not having sex.
it's like whatever Lyra is, that's the opposite end of it. That's the other end of the spectrum. But yeah, as you guys are going through and you see children looking up at you, old wizened women putting down their burdens, look in your directions, and eyes going wide, mouths going slack, tears are starting to fall, jubilations randomly, spontaneously begin, is where even just maybe a month ago there was such dread after the attack upon Mitros. Now is the light that shines, the hope that seems to blossom in each and every person that you come across. People fall to their knees. Some others are starting to bring out offerings and starting to burn sage and mistletoe and other herbs in your honor. You ultimately get to the great Agora, the main central pathway of the city. As people gather around, and Acastus and Brissa are giving a rousing speech to the people around, Balmitria actually allowing temporarily Acastus to not sit upon her per se, but at least be perched upon her hand as he speaks. Like a little puppet, you know, like a little, and then she makes him kind of like ventriloquist speak. I'm the king. There are whisperings that you see, where as people see Valis, obviously, on the implications, what that means. How did the five play into this? Balmitria is back, and everything involving that. The four of you are sitting back as the speeches are being given, and the word is being let out that Brissa asks for volunteers to step forward and build temples in your honor, so that the worship of the true light, of the true gods of Thylea, that will lead us into a better future, may begin. For a moment, with all the buzz and the cheers that are just echoing and deafening, it is just you four. You have experienced what it means to be worshipped now. In that moment, what do you four say to each other? In the ring, outside of the ring, how are you?
Yanni doesn't really say anything. You just kind of see him go at some point, like, yeah, nope, this is weird.
You hear a thought from a kid not too far. He's like, I can be a god too. If that little one can be a god, I can be a god.
Short king.
This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Let's get this over with, so I can go back to being me.
Oh, yeah, did anything change for Yanni? I don't remember if you said. I know you said you kept him as a
Specifically said
halfling.
nothing changed. I think the tattoos
The
are
only-
a little bit more.
The tattoos might glow a little more, but that's about it.
Right. Okay.
I think Daphne will like reach down and like put a hand on Yanni's shoulder if he's looking really uncomfortable about it all. Just like a gentle
You just-
squeeze.
kind of does this.
Yeah. Just try to comfort him because, like, this is a lot. This is a lot for him. This was a big ask. So, thank you.
I know it sounds weird coming from me specifically, but is it weird that I kind of don't like it?
That you don't like the attention?
But
or that perhaps it's the fact that
it's like a step above
there's
attention,
expectation.
though, isn't it? It's not even attention; it's worship, and that feels big to me.
That specifically, like I'm assuming there's like a feeling associated with that, like a unique kind of thing, and that's what Yanni was like.
It's the way that you can imagine it is kind of like, it's maybe similar to a stimulant. You kind of feel that buzzing in your stomach and a fluttering inside your chest. It does seem to kind of like quicken your heart ever so slightly when there's more and more. And as she speaks, you can feel it swelling right now. It's almost like for you anxiety homies out there, you know, when you drink an energy drink or just even a very strong coffee and you're just like, okay, everything is going at 500 miles an hour and I'm going to die. For those of you who are maybe kind of like not enjoying it, that's what it's feeling like. For you adrenaline junkies, it's like the best rush of your life. It's just starting to swell in you and you just feel this jubilation starting to course through you. And in fact, it's something that you might want to explore, but it's almost as if worship itself has a power increasing implication, consequence upon you. You can almost feel your power rising as you gain worshippers in the crowd. There's suddenly little numbers that appear above your head. Currently, Yanni's sitting at 22, you know, Lyra is like at 5,000, but there's like a little foot emoji right next to it.
Oh no.
And a blue ribbon.
What does that mean? I don't want to know. Damn it.
I don't.
It means first place.
What? What?
WikiFeet has a ranking system.
Oh my God.
She's got the top feet.
You know a lot about this for somebody who doesn't like feet.
That's because a lot of YouTubers talk about it because they're the main ones that are on it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not the YouTubers
it's
I
really
watch.
creepy.
That's
It's
all I'm gonna
really
say.
creepy. I guarantee probably some of the YouTubers you watch.
Maybe, but they don't talk about it in the videos I watch, at least.
I'm not saying these people are on there voluntarily. People put their pictures on the website.
Oh.
That's a little different.
So much worse.
Like streaming or putting out videos about like, and this
Like
is me
people
looking at
will
feet.
literally clip, like if someone's streaming and there's a moment in time where you can see the
people
dogs,
do.
people will clip it and they will put it on this website. It is fucking creepy. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to yuck people's yum, but there's a line.
Yeah,
Anyways.
You do you, but yeah.
Damn. Well, good for you, Lyra. I'm glad you got so many worshippers so quickly this way, but, you know.
I had all of these before I was a god. These are all. I brought my book of business over with me into godhood.
It's actually just her body count with a couple new ones.
Damn, girl. All right.
Go, girl.
But now I can understand why the 8 were so uppity about this as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's like more responsibility, which we've been dealing with this whole time. It's just there's no one that can keep us in check but ourselves.
Well, that's not some great thinking.
Well,
Look at Yanni, quick side eye, just.
Do we need to like vow, like oath to each other that we're not going to lock each other under the ocean like the other ones did?
That's really specific for an oath.
Yeah.
We need to like broaden
can
that.
we have it be that we won't hurt each other, that we won't cause harm to one another, unless that person starts doing
Ugh.
harm to a lot of people? I feel like this is going back to the whole wording thing, which
Yeah. Also, good and evil is very wishy-washy. Like, we can't even be like, I oath to not hurt you guys unless you start doing bad stuff, because what's bad to me might not be bad to you. And...
Well, maybe if we list it all out, like a top 20.
That's such a long list.
Oh, so what you're saying is maybe we should make, like, a list of 10 things that no one should do.
Yeah.
I'm out.
And that's where we get in.
We should randomly give it to some guy.
You actually make 15
Gotta
though,
get him
and he
real
drops one of them.
high.
He's like, just kidding. It's just kidding.
Yes.
I kind of
But
want
in
to call
order
them
for him to get them,
commandments.
he can never, ever go where he wants to go.
But then you have to fly
Just
away,
stop.
but then make one more stop on Themis, and Darian drops like a couple tablets of gold that have slightly additional rules.
But I also,
Ooh.
I also want to meet somebody under a tree and only tell them a completely different set of 10 rules. Then
That one is kind of,
Don't-
that one is actually on theme.
Honestly, if I had to pick one, it's the one where everyone gets their own individual planet.
God.
It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Sorry,
Yanni, I'm
religious
so sorry.
homies.
I
We
don't
love
mean
you.
to joke about this, Yanni. I make jokes and I'm nervous. I'm so sorry.
I already knew you were the goddess of chaos. We're good.
Thank you.
It's not me? Well, now we have to fight.
Well, I am the goddess of chaos and can see things really
And
good.
can see things really good. We already decided that for you.
Yeah. Like, there's got to be an acronym we can shorten that to, but maybe we workshop that post all this being completed. So, like, not to cause more trouble in our group, but who do we think's the leader?
No. Mm-mm.
I
We're
don't,
not doing
I don't know
this.
if we're gonna have
Brisla's off on the stage. You guys like, so who's
Yeah,
the leader?
versus giving speeches. Like, so is she like we don't have like a son, mommy, sky daddy issue, right? Like, we all think we're all equal to one another.
I'd like to think we're all equal.
Okay, but what if we had to pick, like, which one of the eight are you kind of BuzzFeed quiz? Who do you think you would be?
Well, you're easy. You're the Moon Maiden.
Right, yeah, obviously.
Like, that's easy.
And Daphne's Hephaestus, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yanni's kind of the fish queen. Like, kind of would rather stay out of it and stick to
See,
their own
that's so
thing.
interesting, because I was going to say Yanni
That's
was
fair.
the trickster, because...
Oh, he's not
Well,
tricky.
not because he's tricky, but because for a long period of time when we first got together, Goatlings threw shit at him, and that's all I can think about sometimes.
There's
And
that.
so...
Or are those
Oh.
little motherfuckers?
Trickster isn't a goat.
What a difference.
Well, he's a satyr, and what's the difference?
Oh.
You know?
Oh, we can't be at our first hour as gods. We can't be mixing
You are
up.
not going to be the goddess of PR, let me tell you that.
No.
That's Brissa. Brissa is the goddess of PR. She's the one giving the speech right now.
So she's son mommy or whatever.
Honestly, Brissa would probably want to be the hunter.
Yeah, but like...
But is she the hunt? She'd want to be it, but is she the hunter?
Well, let's break this down. Did Brissa maybe have a thing for the hunter? It seemed like it. But also, she was real into that glaive that Sidon had, so is she Sky Daddy?
I think she's more Sky Daddy. I dare say.
You think we're Skynet? Okay, I could see it.
Yeah.
Then there's me.
And you're the ghost.
None of them.
Lord. No,
The
I'm
Ghost Lord. Nah. Well, actually, he does kind of see things going on that we don't see, and I can see things going on that you guys don't see. So
Is there one more? Forget Hephaestus, Ghost Lord, Fish Queen, Trickster. Oh no, Moon Maiden, Hunter, Sky Daddy, Sun Mommy. That was all
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say
So
you're
I
also
guess
hungry,
you're.
but
Oh yeah, you would probably be the hunter. That is
You
true.
had a thing for
yeah.
the hunter.
I would say I did, but he
We
died.
can bring him back.
so.
No, we can bring him back.
Are you sure?
Do you think Helios will come back now that you're a god?
No. As in, I don't want him to come back. I will wish him back here just to be like, I broke up with you and send him back to wherever he was.
Hey, I appreciate that. I love a good hell hath no fury like a Darien scorned. But please keep in mind that when you use your god wish, it affects all three of us.
Yep.
You're right. I am the youngest. I apologize. That was a very in the moment. I won't do that until after.
And
Appreciate it.
wait until after we have a temple that we can go rest at and get rid of it, and then you can just wish them wherever the hell you want.
And like I look real hot now, right? And I show off my god look and.
How does Darien look? I don't think we got to explain this.
Okay, so Darien's wings are still black, but it looks like constellations in her wings with like golden. I posted it in general, like golden light, and her eyes are no longer like they're just glowing golden eyes. Like when she opens her eyes, there's no pupil, no nothing. It's just a glowing gold eye, and then her horns have gone from black to completely gold, and her skin shines almost like a nebula. So she's very cosmos, very much like to go along with seeing basically beyond space and planes with this perception that she has. So she looks very otherworldly, but she's still rocking her dreads and her long hair and all that jazz.
You know what? A good question that came up, and I think we're gonna make this in game now. Ressa has a Castus run behind, like towards the back of the stage where you guys have been chatting. As a Castus like, so the crowd is asking what your god's off.
No, we haven't decided. We've only been joking. We've only made jokes about it. None of us have actually decided.
People are excited to try to get maybe festivals going, and how they should worship you all. So if you maybe have something.
Lyra starts to hyperventilate.
Lyra, calm down. Take a deep breath. You're okay.
Bress is almost done talking about hers. This is a very long run-on sentence, but it's buying you some time, so that is good. Who would like to go second? Any volunteers?
Tell them I'm the god of
no, you have
magic
to tell them.
and
Come on.
Oh, I
and
have
he
to
just kind of
tell
like
them?
gently like you can
I'm not the god of public speaking.
Hesitate as he's like, how do I touch a god? And then he just like gently puts her to the other.
You don't.
It is kind of bold to just grab a god by the arm. That is kind of bold.
You gesture.
Yanni's probably the right one. He's probably the right one to experiment on because he's not really fully embraced this whole concept yet, and he's a little bit used to being pushed around as a small guy. So
A Castus grabs me. Smite.
Immediately turned into the sun mommy. It's time.
Don't put your grubby mortal hands on me.
Oh, poor guy.
He just turned into one of those little things from Ursula's cave.
Oh.
Yes, I polymorph him into a sea cucumber thing.
Yeah. So Yanni, you walk forward, and there is some jubilation. You can sense that people are a little bit holding back. People never 100% get over themselves with you being from Aresia. That is always going to be a little bit of a sticking point for Metrosians for a number of reasons. You are Yanni. You are of the Academy. You are one of the foremost minds of this generation of Thylea. You're a god now, right? But some small minds are always going to be small minds. It's not a majority by any stretch of the imagination, but you kind of look around and you can, again, it's weird. It's like you scan over the crowd and you can hear dozens and hundreds of thoughts at the same time, actually parse them out and have them make sense. And you can see it's almost like you think to yourself, I wish there was a heat map of where people were, and then suddenly for your eyes, these this doesn't count as one of your wishes. There's like a heat map of like who actually is worshiping you. And who is maybe even thinking like this is all a fluke. And you can hear those thoughts, you can sense those feelings around. And then you get maybe a little bit also hesitant because you realize that Valis and Pitor and Vulcan and Kyra were able to do this for a long time. For a long time since they knew you. Akastos goes, and now we have God, Yanni.
I will be overseeing the domains of magic and logic and responsibility. So if any of those appeal to you, I'm your guy, I guess.
Very measured claps come from, especially the Academy crowd. Couple people like, okay, responsibility.
Yeah.
What are the fun gods? Where's Lyra?
We're saving the best for last.
Don't do that to Yanni.
You know what though? He might drop this godhood, so maybe we set the bar like here, and then we slowly add to it.
That's true. Yanni would probably be the first one to get rid of it immediately after we kill everything. So
Yeah, I'll just ascend Archimedes. Here, you take over.
So you're being led to the back as Akastos goes, that was a good start. Who is going to go next? If we're saving the best for last, who's the best?
I don't know.
I mean, if I think it's Lyra because they're gonna have the most fun with her. God, what is it again, Lyra?
I actually don't know. Everything I've said so far has been me joking because I've been panicking.
So you clearly need more time. Darian, Daphne.
Darian, I know we've made jokes, but when it comes down to it, I think you are the wisest out of all of us. And though we joke about you being the one that can see all or like see the best, you really are just like the one who sees all, who can perceive everything that has happened.
You're so smart because I was looking into the distance at something called ChatGPT, and wisdom and foresight was the first suggestion that it came up with. The goddess of wisdom and foresight.
Oh. Yeah, I'm really putting this name into good use, let me tell you guys.
Yeah. You're so smart.
And what was the big word that we learned that day?
I want to make a joke and say what I said it was. Omnipotent? Is that how you say it?
Wow. You know, it sounds like you mixed both of them together.
I did. You have to teach me again. How do you say it?
Well, honestly, they won't know that you're wrong if you call it omniscience like you called it the first
No,
time.
I can't. That's how it's spelled, okay?
They won't know. They're stupid. No, it's omniscience.
Omniscience. So I'm the goddess of omniscience. I can't even say that. Oh, that's alright. They probably won't be able to either. So, the goddess of omniscience.
You step
seeing
forward,
everything at the same time.
It introduces you as well as people like... Where there was hesitance with Yanni, you do see some outright hostility as you are technically an Amazon. Again, vast majority
we
of
have
people
Amazons and Metros.
Yeah, but we did just attack them.
That you saved the city, after all. You were part of Thylea when it happened. You clearly then attacked Themis afterwards, but you see some people who are like, she's just a plant. She's just a psyop by Muxena to take over. And you can hear kind of those thoughts kind of rippling through the crowd. What do you say?
Where's Valis? Valis had Amazonian guards. I want Valis to kill people.
Darian, she doesn't let it phase her because she knows that if she really took the time to use these new abilities, she would see that across Thylea there are people that would be excited for her to be in this role. And so she's gonna announce that she is Darian, the goddess of... Tell me again, Tyler.
No, try to say it.
Believe in you.
Omniscience.
Yeah.
Omniscience and secrets. So she sees all, but she also can help keep things. So if you want something to be kept, you can pray to her. But if you want something to be known, or if you want things to be discovered, you can also pray to her.
And there's like all of this cluster of people cheering. She's like, "Goddess of Omniscience!" And they're just like cheering throughout the entire crowd.
I told you they wouldn't know.
I know, but like I can't say Goddess of sees all in secrets. Like that's just stupid. So then I go back.
And it could be misinterpreted as like, of all the seas. Is she just saying it like in a cool poetic way, like sees all of the seas? All right, as people
Goddess of taking what she wants. Because she's seizing all.
I can't.
Yes.
Very nice. But also, boo.
My 5,000 turns to 4,999.
Yeah.
I guess this leads you back, Darian. Really MCs, ushers at this point. Looks between Daphne and Lyra.
Should we all have done this at the same time? Would that have made it easier? I know we're halfway through.
Everybody gets their moment.
Stage. Exactly.
Yeah, everyone gets a moment, you know?
You're right. Everyone gets a moment.
You know what?
Push Daphne.
Yeah. It's like when they do like the Miss America pageants. Like Yanni and I are now off to the side, like, and we're doing like runner up, and then you send Daphne out.
Great, love that.
World peace.
Yeah. My favorite
day is
April 26th, and it's not too hot, or 16th.
It's 27th, I think, but because it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
Yeah.
They're like, can we not pray to these gods anymore?
So I guess when Lyra like pushes Daphne forward, I think Daphne finally like loses the cool that she's been trying to contain this whole time, and she like starts to sort of light on fire, little blue flicks here and there, where her skin like slowly starts to kind of like burn up, but leave behind now what she looks like, which is just completely made out of mithril.
What have I done?
Oh boy. So
you no longer need a bronzer, is that what you're saying?
God damn it.
Boo.
That was
Yanni
good.
also loses a
God
follower.
damn it. God damn it, that was good. That was such a good joke. And I think like Daphne just like heads up to the stage and like she can't help it. She's gotta look. Are the 5 there?
The 5?
Like
so the only one who's watching out of your family are Bomitria, Narcissus, and Valis. You do know that Vulcan, Pitor, and Kyra are currently really overseeing efforts to try to keep the Ladona away from the city.
Yeah, there's still bad stuff happening right now.
No, this is great. This is great. Because she would have lost it otherwise. So she's happy for this. She's just gonna look to the crowd and nod. Well, you know my father as the god of war, but I've decided to take a more peaceful, perhaps, approach. I'm the goddess of justice.
You see all the Centurions kind of like banging their spears against their shields at that.
And you gotta have 2 things.
Yanni had like 5 things.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
I'm bad at math.
Penis, guys. Jesus Christ.
Justice and also having a hot boyfriend.
Yeah.
That is not. I'm not
Why
gonna
is you
tie
to
myself.
find the male partner that you have? What?
Oh, right. I did just fail the Bechdel test. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you really did.
Goddess of Justice. And, like, the Forge. Steal Vulcan's role.
I'm also then stealing Hephaestus's role.
Oh.
And it's because you're a girl boss and the people need to know that.
What about justice and judgment?
And eyeshadow.
You could be the Jade.
Justice and
emotions.
juggalos. Suddenly, everyone's really into ICP.
If I had to pick, I would think that Daphne would be more like the goddess of justice and flames, simply because I have the idea in mind of like, when it comes to putting people on trial, they have to walk through a flame in order to prove their innocence.
Oh,
That's
So
that's
which
where
ones?
I'm at.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
Well,
know.
Plus,
Real
being the
Hephaestus
granddaughter,
gave people the gift of fire, so...
being the granddaughter and the girlfriend of Forge Gods makes a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And actual
There you
Greek
go.
Hephaestus gave people fire. That's what he did.
No, this is
So,
great.
like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still stealing Hephaestus's title.
No, he's making things with his fire. Daphne's punishing them. It's very different.
I'm testing their metal.
Oh!
Oh, Daphne, you also lose a follower. Boo!
No, but it
It's
cancels
Lyra.
out because
It's
Darian
Lyra.
agrees
That's
with
the follow.
it. Darian agrees with it.
You lose one, you get one.
Yeah. It's like the number is really struggling. You think it's going to drop, but then Darian's like, no, that was great. That was great.
Every time you make a pun, you lose a follower.
Oh God, I'm fucked.
As you
This is
announce
how-
that, you also see some of the druids throughout the crowd, especially some from the Old Wood. A lot of the people, the Fae people who have come to see this as well, who were hesitant about your association with the Octad, with the Lost Gods, because the Lost Gods, if you think about it, were technically their gods. They were ascended from the other Fae folk, and then you killed some of them. So that has had like some ripplings throughout the societies. And so as you say that, you can actually see some of them raise up their fists, and you can see hundreds of those fists kind of rise up as they open up, and then flames shoot up as they are casting different things. They create bonfire or control flame, firebolt, and what have you to create flames as they all seem to kind of burn blue across the
Hell yeah.
sea of crowds.
Alright, I'm gonna try my best not to cry because I'm a goddess now. Big goddesses don't cry in front of people. Lyra, I'm gonna grab you and just pull you onto the stage. You don't get to decide any more time.
The song that plays you off stage is just like, I'm a big god in a big as Castus
Wow.
leads you back.
David, you lose a follower.
No! Leads you back. He looks towards you, Lyra.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
crap,
guess.
She doesn't get to.
He keeps his hands very far. He does that like hover thing where he doesn't actually touch you.
I'm going, Daphne. You don't have to pull me. I'm going.
You pushed me. I'm gonna pull you.
Lyra is going to start it like a burlesque show. So she's just gonna stick her leg out and then pull it back, and then put her hand out and pull it back. And then she's just gonna walk out.
You can use your wings as like feather fans.
Oh
Okay, sorry.
my god. That's what I do. I walk out, my wings are in front of me like this.
And no one recognizes her because she has real feet. So people are like, who is this
Who
woman?
is this?
And then when I get to the center stage, just full wingspan.
And there's a cheer from the crowd. A couple people that bought birdseed bags kind of get disappointed and throw them at their feet.
Alright, I'll take note of that. I will curse you and your family.
They were your most devout followers.
So it only seems fitting in honor of my, I guess, second mom, teacher, tutor, protector. I am the goddess of fate. But also, and she does a little shimmy, self-indulgence.
And you see a lot of people, especially like satyrs. You actually see a fucking goat person in the back. They're like, yeah, tries to throw poop at someone else. Throughout the crowd, just like
Yanni
starting to cheer
blasts
for
it
that.
out of existence from backstage.
Just like a massive lightning bolt striking that particular goat person.
Yanni, he was my follower.
Bing. But yeah, people are definitely cheering at that, and it's a raucous cheer, and you can actually see that there is a very quickly built but surprisingly sturdy looking dais that is definitely not as large as the stage that was built for you guys, but upon that is the loudest cheer that is being currently really edged on by, and that's not a play on words, Ambrosia and the people from the Siren's Roost.
Hell yeah.
Oh, now she likes us again. I see how this works.
Well, we did fuck up her brothel, so... Has it been rebuilt yet? It's been a while, but then Mitchell's got attacked again, so I don't know.
We can wish
Her
it.
brothel...
Yeah, we can wish it back to being rebuilt, like after there.
Yeah, if I could do it now.
I'll just put that on my to-do list.
Yeah.
As with that,
And then I quickly run off stage.
Akasus kind of like puts up his hands and like motions for all of you guys to step forward. As for the first time, all 5 of you, ascended to gods, stand before the united crowd of Mitros. A roar that shakes the foundation of the stage that you stand upon goes off of the people as they cheer you on, and you again feel this euphoria exploding outward from your sternum throughout your chest as you get the sense of worship. And maybe more than just that, hope, belief in you. Like if anybody's ever told you, hey, you did a good job, and I'm genuinely proud of you. That feeling, but times 1,000.
Above table.
I
know.
Error 404, never found. Anyway,
I know we talked about all of this last week, and I don't remember. The God Wish. Is it no matter what you use it for, you get exhaustion? Or can
Yes.
you still use it for, like, spells and not get it? Okay.
so that's
Okay.
the one thing. Again, you have the 3 different kinds of wish.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
It's going to take me so long. Well, then I'm going to use
Oh,
my
shit.
regular wish. And when we're all standing on stage, I'm going to use my wish to cast Major Image.
Okay.
And put an image of a flourishing, vibrant, alive Thylean tree in the form of the tree of Thylea, but with like fruit and leaves and
Yeah, it
behind
has, like,
us.
golden apples and stuff like that, which is like what most of the stories and the fables talk about. And you can actually you could have at any point visit the actual tree as you cast that, and it seems to be starting to get larger, kind of spreading out. Everyone kind of goes ooh as they look up as that it gets even larger than the standard wish spell would normally allow, as it seems to kind of like go through. Yanni, at the same time, your tattoos seem to kind of like flash with energy as the tree appears behind you. Its branches kind of reaching out and over everything, shading everyone, as people are just slack-jawed looking up at the amazing illusion. And you can see, by the way, Lyra, as it spreads outward, it's like, have you seen those trees that have like the danglies that come off of the branches? It's like somewhere in the south. I don't know what those trees are called, but they have
Weeping
like,
Willows?
Is it maybe weeping willows? I don't know, but they have like sometimes they have like dangly pieces, or maybe it's vines.
Where it's like
something
where it's
that.
like curtains of
Yeah,
leaves?
yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Weeping Willows. We have them in Kentucky.
Except it's not necessarily leafy, except you can see that off of the branches are thousands of strands that all connect to the chests of each one of the people in the crowd.
Under different circumstances, that would be creepy.
Yeah, that's true.
The cheers.
And Yanni again is.
That's something
Yeah.
that Lyra sees, I should clarify.
Oh, okay, okay.
And nobody else seems to
Okay.
react to it. It is you see that connection between the
Got
branches
it.
and the strings. You are the goddess
Yeah.
of fate and fuck. So,
Whoa! I said self-indulgence. It can be multiple things.
You should have
it
done
can be
debauchery. You could go and follow Dionysus.
Think how powerful you would be if you got a hint of worship just by someone like overeating or like having a cheeseburger instead of a salad or like playing games too late at night. Self-indulgence is so broad. She's gonna be so powerful.
I felt so targeted on all accounts.
But yeah, someone eats 1,401 calories instead of 1,400 calories.
Real targeted.
A standing ovation, obviously because everybody's standing, but carries on for 10 minutes as people cheer you on. And you can sense some hesitation. The people have gone through a lot in the last few years. The gods that they once worshipped disappeared. The other gods that they worshipped killed or disappeared. And then the new gods that appeared were killed or disappeared. Somehow all by you. And now it is you who stand before them as their new gods. And there's a range of belief that even seems to spark within those people. Two ends of the spectrum. The one end that is like they have been through Hades and back and have earned this. If there's ever a god that has truly earned my worship, it is these 5. The other end is these people were mortals and somehow killed our gods. What will they do to us if we don't worship them? I'm gonna hedge my bets. Eeny, meeny, miny, yany. And so on. It gets later in the day, as you guys are now back at the palace again. And everyone is gathered. The Vile Trickster has disappeared, excusing himself that he needs to take care of Celine. Balmitria shapeshifts into a woman form, and of course didn't prep the token for today, but you can see that she looks like an older woman, a fully gray silver hair, incredibly beautiful features. It looks almost like a spitting image if you combined Valis and Kyra together. Those just piercing blue, white, silvery eyes looking across all of you. And they fill up with tears when they look upon you, Daphne. As Balmitria in her humanoid form approaches you and her eyes meet yours. You can see her pride in you. Before she even says anything, you can see her heart overflowing with joy for you. I don't know what to say. I thought that we might change something here. Make this world better, kinder, more just. I wagered that day so long ago with Sidon. And I wagered again, hoping that my children would lay the groundwork for a future after the oath. But you were the one that changed everything. Blood of my blood, kin of my kin. Thank you for accomplishing a lifetime's worth of work.
Thank you.
Of course. Don't you be acting all shy now. You're a goddess.
Oh.
She gives you a little bit of a knowing wink.
there's almost like this moment of like looking at grandmother and then looking at mom. Oh no, does Peterborough have like
Oh no.
like sass? Oh no. And like she's just gonna give her a hug. Just like the long overdue hug that she's been praying for her entire childhood. She just needs this. If Bummy allows it.
Oh my god. Yeah, she absolutely does, and it's one of those hugs where she will not let go unless you let go.
Good.
It clings on. Valis, kind of dragging Narcissus along, ultimately joins in on the hug.
Okay.
Leto kind of just awkwardly kind of scratching her head. I don't know if I'm supposed to participate.
Come here.
I'm not a touchy-feely person. I don't like this whole public display of affection stuff. Fine. She rolls her eyes and comes over. It's weird to hug a dragon of legend and a woman that I grew up thinking was a god, and I don't know you, I'm sorry. Narcissus. Well, you're family, so we'll get to know each other better. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Brista kind of corrals all of you guys together after all of that, as she kind of lays out what seems to be a bunch of patchworks of parchment. Different depictions and drawings of what the Nether Sea looks like. You see seas that are made out of stars, and immediately, Darian, your heart starts to quicken. It's me. As
That's you!
It's me!
Hi. I'm the goddess, it's me. As you kind of like see that
Another follower.
No, don't take away my limited followers.
Oh my god, are we Thylean influencers now?
Yes. You're now like mega influencers. You're already influencers for a while.
Only Thylea? I'm just
Oh god.
Wow.
Only trees. It's only trees. And apparently blue ribbons.
You can't take my wins from me.
Brissa
You know, we
goes-
all have check marks next to our name. We're verified.
Yeah, no, you have to pay 10,000 gold each for it.
Yeah.
As Brissa kind of just goes, I think out of all of us, if I'm, and she kind of like squints at all of you, seeing this correctly, I'm likely one of the strongest ones.
Okay.
You want to go? Just kidding.
Like
I actually didn't
physically
say that.
or emotionally?
Oh my gosh, we should spar. We should all spar. We should go to the Coliseum right now. We should all spar.
Nope.
No.
It's not there anymore.
We've got shit to do.
Yeah.
I know,
where the Coliseum used to
You're
be.
procrastinating
I did
right
forget.
now.
I
God.
did forget.
On the
I
ground
did
where
forget.
the Coliseum was a...
I did forget.
I have not. It's still on the list.
And she goes, with that, we need to take care of the Ghost Lord. I will not leave my city undefended again. I think when we strike at the behemoths, we split and attack them at the same time, so that we can make sure that they are defeated and don't try something. But the Ghost Lord needs to fall first. He cannot try to stab us in the back when we are distracted. And I cannot leave Mitros again. I hope you understand this.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done. I will remain behind. I will protect the city and coordinate efforts. Do you allow me to work with Pascal?
Oh yeah, he's his own person.
Well, he's not a person, but sure.
He's his own.
Judgy.
Oh, he's just a
Goloth.
fiend, right?
Which one is he?
He's a fiend. The Goloth.
Yeah. He's his own demon thing.
Team thing. Alright.
Wow.
Just let him know about that if he comes knocking again. Valos, Narsus, Palmitria. Will you three want to go with them or stay behind? Valis and Narcissus kind of look at each other, and Narcissus is like, I'm not so sure that I would be really good at fighting. I mean, I never really did that.
Lover, not a fighter. Got it.
Valis goes, you can protect the people in the city. Just make sure that they're safe, protected, all right? Okay. Valmitria steps forward and goes, I would like to go with you, if that is all right.
Take all the help we can get.
Sure.
I think Lyra is fiddling with her ring. And I want to try, and it sounds so stupid, but Lyra's not an intelligent person. Well, I guess she is now, but I want to see if I can still talk to Valmitria, like telepathically
you
linked.
The ring, nothing. The soul has been withdrawn.
I think she's happy, but also kind of not disappointed. But she
Okay, Dad, you're a Sky Daddy. Oh no, wait.
she felt safer knowing that Mitros was in the rings with us wherever we went. So she's happy that she wants to keep going with us, but she's kind of bummed that they can't just chat.
Aww. That's
But Daphne can hug her grandma now. So it's a win.
Aww.
I mean, she was technically hugging her for a
Maybe
long time.
Lyra's also the goddess of selfishness.
I would say selfishness is an extreme form of self-indulgence, but
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right.
there you go.
We'll just put it in a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
parentheses.
All right. With that, then, whom do you want to talk to? What plans do you guys want to ignore and then change as you guys are meeting whatever you might meet in the Nether Sea?
Oof.
Well, then I say we skip the plans. I say we go right to the
Yeah,
Nether
As you
Sea.
guys are arriving at the Nether Sea.
You know what? Let's just go fucking wake up Kentamane right now. Fuck all these other people.
No. I say we go down there. We say, hey,
We're still gonna free.
yeah, hey,
Thylea,
Thylea, let me
right?
whisper in the air.
Huh?
Who has the sword? We still have the sword, right? Does Daphne have the sword?
Was I given the sword back?
I don't remember. We've lost
Okay.
it so many times.
Yeah, you have it.
Yeah, she gave it back to it because we gave her the items that we didn't end up giving her. We ended up giving them to.
Oh, we don't have time. I know we were just want to kill the ghost lord. Okay.
No, what is it?
Part of me
Gods,
wants
we
to
have
just
time.
part of me just wants to go and like check in on Celine. I feel like that's the least it can do, but
We have
If you
time.
Sure.
you could have even before the speeches of what kind of a god you are, you could have gone to the section of the Palace of the Empyreans, and you can see that Celine is just like on a beautiful, massive like Alaskan king size, with four Alaskan king size beds pushed together, like round, perfectly. It's almost like a cloud. It seems to be animated that she's lying upon, and she kind of like has her mouth open a little bit. And there's a little bit of drool kind of running down the side, as you kind of walk into the room. The trickster had appeared kind of next to you and just went, "She's safe, I promise."
I feel bad though. A lot has happened since she's out.
Yeah, but do you see the arm? Looks better now.
Does. How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I'm drinking a lot. A lot of shit is happening. Everything that I want to become a god for has... Yeah, I mean, that doesn't change, I guess. And then things changed again, and then, things change, and that's normal. And I embrace the chaos for one. I like it. Keeps things interesting, I was honestly kind of dreading the way that the world was going to look like under Sun Mother and Sky Father, and, I'm glad that you killed them. Not going to, hide the horns on that goat, but, yeah, I suppose it is kind of It's kind of crazy how things have turned out. Here I thought you were just going to be one of the many conquests Hephaestus was going to have over the years, and then you were going to die, and he would probably cling on to your life and bring you back until you begged him to finally let you go into the Nether Sea, whatever, and then... Too much nihilism. Okay, well...
I'm sorry, how many times has he been through this?
Well, we were locked away right away, so he hasn't... And he didn't allow people into the temple. The rest of us were a little bit more okay with people, visiting the temple. I honestly don't know if he wasn't a virgin before I met you, so...
No, he would. He's been on. Well, alright. Fantastic. That's more to think about.
So, are you two are just going to be like, God... partners now?
Partners?
I mean, mortals have to kind of promise each other, yeah, whatever, we're going to blah, 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 but you're gods, you could have anyone you want.
Hephaestus and I have to talk about that, and I see where you're coming from, and I can tell you right now, I already promised the Moon Maiden first.
Oh, shit.
So.
She is pretty good. Pretty good. Do you think you can put maybe a good word in with Darian for me? Take some of the dinglies in his, some of the clasp that he has in his beard. Huh?
I don't know if you're, but I can certainly.
Oh, I am offended. His little bit of a man belly, or like a dad bod belly, kind of like jiggles. He's like, I am offended by that. What is that supposed to mean? I have many things.
Just say you're not her type. You're still my type, but. See, there you go.
Okay,
it's not
I'll
that
take
bad
that.
of a thing.
I'll take that.
There you go.
But
So as long as we're okay, though, that's what I'm worried about here. I don't want you all to.
Fine.
I don't want you all to have the perception that we're going to.
Can you just promise me that you'll help me with her after? She's going to be so mad when I wake her up.
So, part of the plan is if we can get this all taken care of, I can clear things out with Hephaestus, and then I can make her happy with that part of the deal at least.
I see. It's
and
a double entendre.
We'll get there.
Yeah, you make her happy and then just be like, also don't kill the trickster. Perfect.
Yeah.
Or Pen. Pen. I'm going by Pen now.
Pen. Okay, Pen.
Pen.
Well, as long as we're okay. I
need him to do that little dance again.
You're not in that seat.
A little more spin in it. No, hold on. I think the goddess of the fates really needs you to do that little spin again.
If anything, doing that dance again is a true form of self-indulgence. So,
do you think Darian would like the dance?
Darian just wherever she is looks into the distance. He needs to do it again. I'm watching. Let's go.
He does like a full-on dance. Like it turns into Magic Pan as he's just like ripping off
his
little vest and
gosh.
just like hair and curls kind of going through. But actually, like well washed. Like it's like conditioned and everything. It's just like
Step It Up Thylea edition.
He like drops down and does the whole thing where he like props himself up and then just like hums the ground. Bam!
Darren, I hope you're enjoying this.
It's
it's
a vision. It's a vision. Can't tell you one way or the other. It's just a vision.
Yep.
Where is the outcome where this dance doesn't happen anymore?
Aww.
And it's as they like try to look through the different multitudes, the tricks are just like winking at you in each and every one.
I love that. I love that for Lyra. Honestly, I love that.
But like each iteration is cruder than the other.
I am the victim of my own design.
Mainly, I just want to make sure that we were okay and that there wasn't worries of us killing them next. Yeah, do you need help with?
Fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. Because we need you.
I never wanted to be a solo god. I'll tell you that. The second that I was brought forth by my fellow satyrs to be the greatest storyteller of all time, I figured, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it, but I don't want the responsibility of being the main god. Fuck that shit. Or even really the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. That's going to be all of you. You can have the main worshippers. I want the people who are conniving. I want the smart people. I want the people that sometimes stab others in the back and sometimes stab them in the back. And, that's the kind of people that I want.
Those are my people.
Get the fuck out of
might
here.
have to
They're
contend
our
with
people.
Lyra, but I think you'll work it out one way or another.
I will work it out. Yeah, I don't know. Those bird feet, they're not really my thing.
Well, she got rid of the bird feet, so.
Can you
Get me out
describe
of here.
them
Get
in
me out of here.
detail?
Get me out of here.
Thank you so much. You might have just given me the argument I need.
We're wishing you back those bird feet right now.
I'll do it myself.
God damn it.
I mean, I still have alter self whenever I want. I can just
Yeah, you
put 'em
can
back.
change your appearance, we'll say, as an action at will. Like,
Oh no, I meant like I already had at will alter self.
I know. This is like permanent changes. Like, you're God now.
Jeez, yours. Love
I
that
give
for Lyra.
myself bird feet. I'm just kidding.
The trickster falls onto his hairy knees, his goat knees, and she goes, no!
No.
Oh, bummer, man. Bummer.
That's all I want to do. I wanted to check up on them before we left because I didn't want to leave that hanging. So,
Gonna say bye to your boyfriend?
yes, I just didn't want to keep the spotlight going on me. You fuck.
What? Listen, I just see into your future, and I see you should probably say bye to your boyfriend, or else he's gonna be all upset and pop in and be like, Darian, not Darian, Daphne.
Hey,
Darian,
hey,
is this
Subtle
something you want to
force
say?
that away.
Is this something you want to say?
We're in a throuple.
Slabs.
You're right. We are in a throuple. We did tell him we're in a throuple.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, but nonetheless.
Are you
I
gonna do the
won't
tying
sleep
up
with
of
him if you
strings?
don't want me to.
Yeah. It's more like we're like best friend hangouts while you're busy like with your fire and judgment. Justice, not judgment.
Fire and judgment. Shit over there.
I mean,
When it comes
justice,
to
but
poly
that's-
relationships, I'm a big advocate for rules. So if you say I can't sleep with Hephaestus, I won't sleep with
It's
Hephaestus.
not very self-indulgent of you.
Well, if she says I can.
She'll self-indulge in fantasies. It's fine.
He's got 4R.
I'm 6.
6.
I know. It's just in the R's.
Was he able to grow back?
It's just the jab. It's the
Was
jab.
he able to grow back the arm he lost, or is he still at
Oh no,
5?
actually he did not. That arm is gone.
Oh,
Oh,
can
God.
we do that? Can we fix that? Let's find a way to fix
Can
that.
definitely try.
Okay, well, that is on the to-do list.
we can't,
Hephaestus?
we
It's
can't leave
been,
him on
what,
even.
like an hour, and we've got like 5 things already on our God to-do list?
Yeah, that's why it's
You gotta do it.
God.
Boo.
Yeah, Daphne will check up on Hephaestus too, of course, but like I imagine Hephaestus is absolutely zonked out as well.
He has like a massive circle under his tire. He's
Huh?
so tired that I say under his eye. No,
But he
he's
invented
actually-
tires.
his tires. He invented tires.
Wow.
No,
But
he's
not
actually-
cars, just tires.
He's actually in the workman's district, and he is actually coordinating efforts to produce more weapons and armor pieces and shields, and seems to be trying to like aid people in that process. Your mother is there as well, as she sees you coming up with the obvious look that you cannot hide, and she goes, "Listen, sweetie, I already tried to talk him out of it, but everyone is God now, apparently."
Is this gonna make things weird between us, Ma?
No.
Okay.
Can't I not give you a little shit every once in a while? Is that because you're a God now?
Yeah. All right.
he sees you coming, and you can see him kind of like try to like focus more on the smiths around. He's like, so yes, you swing right there, and the smith kind of even gives him like the cluster smiths give him a look of like, that's like basic. What is? And then they see you approaching, and they're like, oh, Hail Daphne, don't judge us. As they all kind of like start to slowly scatter away, and the Vesper's like, hey. He accidentally undoes his man bun. His curls kind of like undo. He's like, oh, sorry. Oh, this is so hard without the arm now. Weird.
Oh. Here, do you want help?
Sure.
Like, help with his hair. Maybe pull like just a little
Ow.
tight at one point. Why are you here and not resting?
Ow. Oh, because there is a 1,000-headed dragon that's going to attack the city. I kind of want them to not, die.
True. I don't want you to die.
I'm fine.
You are so exhausted. You seem to have invented times.
I just had the craziest idea. Listen, there's this weird black, like bubbly stuff in the ground, and nobody knows what it is. People try to drink it, they fucking die. I was like, what if we just take it down and then turn it into this thing? And trust me, I'm gonna call it rubber. I don't know why, but then I'm gonna make duckies out of them. Anyway, then we're going to put that onto the.
No, keep going.
No, this bit has gone on long enough.
Yes, okay, just please be careful.
At least I already have a temple built for my honor. If I die, I come back. I promise I won't do that because I'm afraid that I will not be here for the end days and here to, aid you in preventing it from happening. I understand I'm not really in fighting shape anymore, but I can still help. Still a god. This is why I wanted to become a god in the first place. I didn't want to become a god.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm babying you.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I care about you.
I care about you. That's the only reason that I showed up on the battlefield with Moxena. And if I'm honest, I think you needed it.
I would
you
agree.
Could have died. Lyra did die. I had to bring her back.
We would have been lost with.
Oh, that's not what I'm fishing for. That's not necessary.
No. I know.
No, you'd have defeated her, but at what cost? And I'm just saying we're stronger together. Okay, we don't have to take everything upon just ourselves, and then, so we're better as a people, as a group.
As a team.
That's right. That's the lesson that Sun, Mother, and Skyfather never understood. They thought they needed to be the tip of the spear, but they didn't understand that a spear with only its spearhead is just that, a really shitty dart.
Really shitty dart. Then keep doing what you do best.
And you too.
You. And we're gonna kill your brother. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, just because. Oh yeah, sorry I never mentioned that. A lot of us gods called each other siblings. The Ghost Lord and I are actually related. Back in the day.
God. Oh no.
But just so you know, he was an asshole in life.
Okay, he was. Alright.
Absolutely.
Did he bully you?
Huh?
Is he the older brother, the younger brother who was the bully?
Oh no, he was a cousin of mine. We're related, but it's not it's not so dramatic backstory. It's I'm gonna be no. He was kind of an asshole. He practiced a bunch of necromantic powers and turned himself into this lich form. When the calls went out, there was someone else that was supposed to become a god. It wasn't supposed to be two Gigans, and he killed her and took her spot and pretty much held Promethea at spear point and forced her to choose him, or otherwise he was going to rat us out to the gods, which turned out was already known, so it was what it was. So please, defeat him, kick his ass.
Kill him fast, yeah. Well, I mean, well shit, now I wish you could come with, because then, I don't know if that'd be satisfying.
I heard some of Lyra's worshippers say this, but I'm more of a lover, not a fighter, so...
Okay. I'm gonna agree with that statement. But... that can be discussed more later.
He smiles and just kind of gives you like a warm hug. Thank you for coming to check on me. But really, you don't need to mother me. I lost myself for a while in the ocean. I could have turned out very different if it had not been for you. And I want to make sure that I can do the same for you.
You are. If anything, you should me. Being a god does not immediately make you an asshole, so.
No, but there's always a choice.
Well, we're off then. Good luck. If you need anything, please let me know.
Sure, same.
But you've got this.
Yes, you do.
I'll let you know.
And he always thought himself the smartest, and I think he really was. The trickster likes to pretend like he's dumb, but he's pretty sharp. The Skyfather thought he was the smartest, but he was the dumbest. But the Ghost Lord, he's conniving. He was devastating in life. I'm not sure what Godhood did to him. Just be careful, okay? I'm sure he knows this is coming. I'm sure he has prepared.
Being his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you said that really got under his skin when he still had skin?
He was an outcast. I think he desperately wanted to be part of the Gigants. I was chosen as the greatest smith of my time. I was born a Junkon, and he, I think, always wished he had been that. He was relatively small for a Gigan, relatively clumsy with things that were based on strength and things that, usually made you a more appealing member of our people. So I think he was just kind of spurned. Never found love.
Noted. I'm gonna pass all this to Lyra. Lyra, you got some vicious mockery shit to do. Or something. Alright. That's all I wanted to do, guys. Do you want to check out my Bullbug, Lyra?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna call Pascal, because I'm sure he'll
Fuck him.
show up.
Fire. Yes, my lady. How may I be of service?
Who was it that was talking that said that they wanted to go with Pascal? Is that Brissa. Literally my brain just shut off for a second. Brissa wants to go help you. So we're gonna go to the Nether Sea and take out the Ghost Lord, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Of course. After all, I believe that the demons of the Nether Sea should rightfully be your servants, not the Ghost Lords. It had been the wish of Desdemona after all.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing it for that, but that makes sense. That's a fair point. I was doing it so he wouldn't use them against us, but yeah, no, you make a good point.
I'm sure that his hold on them is going to be strong. He's had time to fortify, but I'm sure you will find a way past that.
Well, we're gonna kill him, so that'll probably get rid of it.
For a time. Don't forget the rules of divinity. They will return.
Oh, right. Well, I'll figure it out. Anyways, if you
Of course you will.
could take Brissa with you, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. She is a dragon now, but teleporting
So I
is
heard.
probably still faster than flying.
Of course. Is there anything else I may do for you?
No.
Good day. And he burns away.
Lyra, just tell me and I can kill him. Just say the word. Like, I can pass judgment on. I can.
No.
He broke your heart.
He's better at strategy than I am.
But he broke your heart.
The last thing I need is to have to command 1,000 million jillion troops. I don't even know how big of a number that is.
It's about 1
Ooh.
Brazilian troops.
Do you not know numbers, Lyra? Is that a bird thing?
All right, and with that, let's take a quick
Shots
break.
fired.
We'll see you guys here shortly. Oh my god. that is working out, and we're officially back. Hi, everyone. In the first half, we had a lot of ascendancy and talking about who is the god of what, as we're shaking out this organizational charge of godhood within Light of Thylea. We're picking back up as the group gathered themselves, gathered their wits, made a plan, and ended up, getting themselves teleported into the Nether Sea. You all have an ability, I don't know why I said it like that, have the ability to fly. So as you teleport and appear, you see the infinite vastness, at least that's what it appears like, of the Nether Sea. You can see a place that seems to be even larger than the Thylean continent itself and the surrounding waters. But you can see as massive waterfalls seem to be cascading on the edges. And much like Darien currently appears, has this cosmic quality to it, stars shining through. The thing that you guys notice immediately are not just the islands that are sparsely scattered throughout the Nether Sea, or the hanging prison cubes that still exist. Instead, you notice that in a massive glowing clump of ectoplasmic activity, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of souls have aggregated upon a singular vortex-like point in the center of the Nether Sea. Darien. So my notes, I'm just going to write them here on this little card.
You could just share your screen. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
You're the DM.
Okay, so just kidding.
He dies and we win. The
It's
end.
weird. All the souls go. We won't stand for this anymore.
You guys win. But as you look down, Darien, you can see that at the center, kind of like on the rim of the of the vortex, it's like she suddenly has
Darien invents binoculars.
And it's like Dan was like, "That's not even the first time that I heard that in a David game." As don't fuck with demons, not literally. Lyra.
Or
that's how you get teeth.
Well.
That's like the most rough one ever.
Oh my god!
was the
What if
most
Lyra has a
80
tiefling baby?
oh my god, are you pregnant? You should
It's
be.
like prehensile.
Lyra, are you?
But you can see that the barge is
That's why
cascading.
I've been so irrational.
Is cascading around the center, and it seems like the waters are cascading down, but they seem to just kind of disappear. Interestingly enough, Thylea is not pulling the barge.
Uh-oh.
Okay, just because it's worth asking, do I see Thylea either on the barge, or is he like wandering? No.
You look around.
I mean, he's
and,
like big, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And your god eyes, as you kind of scan around, nothing.
Okay. Okay, since I see the barge, I'm assuming this is a giant barge.
It's
Like-
it's pretty big. It required a giant god to pull it.
Okay. I guess I can't see through the barge to see if the Ghost Lord is on.
I will say that this magical barge does resist your efforts to see through it.
That is so fair. Alright. So I look at the group and I go, Thylea isn't here.
What?
I know.
Great.
I know,
Wow,
guys.
you really are the goddess of seeing stuff really good.
I'm just like, and you know what? He's not around here either. Like, he's not at the barge, and he's not in the vicinity. So, but I can't tell you if the Ghost Lord's on that barge.
Right.
Oh, like you don't think the Ghost Lord is where all of the souls are?
I'm assuming, but you never know. We've been tricked before.
Shall we
Do we
just
want to
try this?
like stealth in, or do you think they already know we're here?
Always.
Okay, I guess we're gonna
We can try.
sneaky.
Balmitra in her massive dragon form is just like, I mean, we can definitely try.
Oh yeah.
We can all.
Cast
Pass without trace at will now.
You cannot hide in plain sight.
But hear me out.
Hear me out. I can still cast darkness.
Yeah. And also,
Mommy,
have
it's a
innate.
big blob of darkness coming right at us. I don't know. We can't see it.
Hear me out. I can cast Pass Without Trace innately, and it's a ranger spell. So does that double?
For the epilogue, do we need to have a hear me out cake? Because when you guys keep going hear me out, that's all I'm hearing. Fucking
Hear me out with
TikTok.
NPCs. With NPCs.
Yes, NPC, hear me out.
Yeah, we just get drunk and we do hear me out.
Hercus.
Yeah. Hear me
Okay.
out, Kente Mane. I'm just kidding.
Hear me out. I can turn 4 of us invisible.
Do we feel like it matters? Like, he must know we're here.
I think he knows we're here.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's just go in, but be cautious. Like, I'll keep my eyes out to see if I see anything that's an obvious trap, but we are in his domain, so...
Balmitra will say, Valus gave me a scroll. If you want me to, I can hang back and then teleport us out if you are in trouble.
Okay. Escape plan?
I can be your escape.
Escape.
God damn it.
Okay. Here's the thing. Wait, how did we get here?
You teleport it.
Yeah.
So the Nether Sea is same plane, technically?
It is...
Or different?
I should say then plane shifted, because it technically is not.
So she has, like, a plane shift spell. Cool.
Well, we all
So do we all.
Oh,
can
that's right.
technically plane shift, but only ourselves. So if we wanted Balmitria to come with us, and she could use the teleport or plane shift scroll or whatever to get herself out, we could still get ourselves out on our own if we need to.
Mhm.
I read things.
Above table, I'm really just trying to think of a way to keep Balmitria out for now, but if we do have Alex next week, to have Balmitria dive bomb in if she needs to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just... How about, like, we're all gonna go to the barge together, but you, like, kind of like a bouncer, like, you stay outside the barge, but if we, like, use a code word, or you hear a lot of screaming, and it sounds like we're in trouble, you come barging in.
Yeah, if it looks like
Into the bar.
the swirling vortex of souls hasn't quieted down in a substantial amount of time,
Or gets worse.
then
It is.
We'll
it
call
seems
if
to
we
be,
need
Darian, you, without even needing to make a check, you sense that more and more souls are being sucked into this.
We should probably...
no. That's what I mean. Like, the signal for Balmitria to come in is if the swirling mass of souls doesn't quiet down.
And the way things go for us, like 30 seconds. If it doesn't slow down in 30 seconds, 60 seconds on a really long fight, then please come in, please. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
As the 4 of you fly down. And Yanni, you have a fly speed now too, and it feels maybe a little funny, kind of fun, to finally be able to keep up.
Isn't it fun, Yanni?
What is my fly speed?
It is slower than theirs. It's only a 50-foot
That's okay.
fly speed.
50?
Oh,
That's
that's not much
that's
slower.
infinitely more than I had. And can I hover or no?
Yes, we'll say yes.
Woohoo!
Come on, Yanni! It's a race! Just...
We're not, like, leaving you in the dust or anything. Ours is only 60, so...
Yeah.
Is my regular foot speed 50 also now?
Oh my god, little...
His
Yes.
dash.
Yes, actually, everything is 50 feet.
Cool.
You have a swim speed, you have a fly speed.
Do we have a burrow speed?
All right.
Alright, what are you
No,
burrowing in?
you do not, actually.
You don't want to know.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
So just to clarify, we all
Depends,
have
'cause of
50-foot movement?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
But we have 60-foot fly speed. When would we not fly?
I mean, sometimes for dramatic effect, you want to walk and stomp towards somebody.
We're gonna power walk towards our enemies.
Yeah, it's not cool to Well, I guess it could be cool to float near your enemies, but I feel like Daphne needs the stomp and rage piece of it.
Is that what you
Maybe.
need?
We're having this conversation as we go to the barge, and I don't know why I'm sweating.
We're walkie-talking.
Flying talking.
Flying and talking, flying and talking.
Daphne's already faster than the three of us.
You fly closer and closer to the barge, and Darian, the first thing that kind of shows to you is a little bit of a weirdness. You see that the barge itself seems to be trailing something. The Nether Sea is an interesting aspect because it seems to be the night sky made liquid, and within which you can see the thousands of souls churning, just like kind of like starting to flow towards. And you now notice that really it's the barge that they're attracted to, and you can see that the barge is like has like hundreds of them kind of like pushing up against it, sticking for a second, and then being washed off again, sticking up against it and washed off again. But within that, in between the souls, and sometimes as they're kind of like drowning back under it, you can see that a portion of it seems to be discolored. The water itself as if there's blood in the water trailing from the barge.
Okay. I'll point that out to Yanni, because he is now the god of magic. And I'm gonna ask him that if do you know of anything that would make a soul bleed or cause this to happen?
Do
Damon,
I know of any such thing?
Give me your wildest guess, and then we can roll some stuff. All four of you give me your wildest guesses.
Well, I mean,
let's be clever as players.
Lutheria's side could like cut the soul from a person, so maybe it could have some other impact on a soul.
I mean,
or something similar. I mean, I'm pretty sure she took it with her.
I'm worried it's Thylea somehow. Like he's now under, no longer needed, being used in another way for narcotic purposes, because he wasn't technically dead.
But what would his blood be powering? Or what would this be powering? What would it...
Some kind of necromantic ritual.
To bring back all these souls?
I don't know.
Or like, what's that thing that Helen used in Aresia that was draining the demigods?
The Palladium?
Oh.
Yeah, like one of those things. What if he's using one of those things?
Could these be...
But he just uses Titan God blood instead of demigod blood.
Well,
maybe.
Could you be re-sacrificing more souls to Kentemane?
I don't know if you can recycle them like that, but like Daphne said, Thylea is technically isn't dead.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Well, like, I'm just thinking, like...
I don't think you get a freebie if you just run them through the machine one more time.
Well, technically when they died, they weren't all being sacrificed to Kentemane, but now they'd have, like, a purpose. It'd be like... I can't think of a good recycle meme for it, but that's basically, like...
Honestly, the Palladium thing was just a shot in the dark, but wasn't Helen working with the Ghost Lord? In some capacity?
Moxena was working with the Ghost Lord.
Oh, right, it was Moxena. Right. Sorry, I got my bad guys mixed up.
Yeah.
You're bad bitches.
There's been a lot.
But we never found out what Moxena was doing with the Ghost Lord outside of
Well, he got the armor and stuff for her, right?
Well, he also gave her the ambrosia.
Right.
And all we know is they met in the sea. And there was an exchange. We just don't know what Moxena gave him. And we know that Moxena was being basically controlled by Saria. Look at me knowing names.
I'm so proud of you.
Proud of you.
It's like,
honestly, you're the god of knowing names really well, too.
I am. Oh, with visuals. I need visuals.
She gave him a burrow speed.
No.
What that snake hair do? Okay, anyways.
That's about as much as I got. I'm gonna be honest. All this intelligence that's rattling around in here still means nothing.
Yeah,
I'm still
honestly,
trying to sort it all out.
being smart is exhausting, Yanni. I don't know
Yeah,
how you do
I know how
it.
you do it.
I sleep a lot.
I can't believe you can sleep. Honestly, I would be trying to solve world
Yeah.
peace and world hunger.
Solve it. Like, get rid of it. We want to get rid of world peace.
Hey.
Kitamana, it's just like all the thumbs come up.
Well, that's fair, honestly. We have ushered in the exact opposite of world
I
peace.
solved world peace.
I mean, all you have to do is assassinate one world leader, and you've solved world peace. So, you know.
Oh, there it is.
Which one of us killed Desdemona?
Wow, Lyra, not the time.
I was thinking more like World War One, but you know.
So
We've already
anyways,
had one? Oh, I guess technically, yeah, we already have had one.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's called
Yeah.
the First War.
That's where the Oath of Peace started, so...
Yeah.
Yep.
This was the Second War.
Well,
We started a world war, guys.
and we're gonna finish it. So,
you know
like,
what's
talk
even
about.
creepier? It's
What?
not really like a world war.
This is your whole.
You're right, you're right, you're right. It's just Thylea, you're right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's our world though. Yeah.
This cannot be the time where everything starts to sink in how much stuff we've done.
Oh, it's the exact time, baby.
The drawback
cast-
of high wisdom and intelligence. No.
I'm gonna cast Longstrider on myself, so when I want to run away from my problem, I can run away faster.
Yanni, if you want to, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
If I wanted to, I would not want to. Wow.
Becomes
It's
the
a
god of
23.
arcane. Doesn't want to roll.
Mhm.
You're not sure. Clearly, something is up. Something is bleeding out of the barge and into the waters. With a 23, you are sure that there's a connection, that clearly the barge is a focal point of something, and clearly these souls seem to be attracted to it. Clearly this is something necromantic, but to what end? Without seeing more. Impossible to ascertain.
I don't know. This is weirder than anything I've ever seen before.
Let's go put a stop to it.
Hell yeah.
And so you guys
That's-
fly.
I was just gonna say, if Darian actually cast Longstrider on herself, it does seem like a good moment to get all our buff stuff out of the way, so I'll go ahead and cast Crown of Stars just to have it already up when we get to the barge. Just ignore the first roll.
Not me thinking, I finally have a decent con. Maybe I should cast haste. Maybe I'll finally be able to keep a spell.
Yeah, truly, it's gonna be so difficult for me to drop concentration on stuff.
You say that now, and watch a Ghost Lord be like, 100 and something damage. Don't trust David.
Honestly, that's true. Honestly, that's true. You're right.
All right.
But it has to be like unbelievable, immense damage, or I roll a 1.
Let me see what your... Let me
My con
peer
save
into
is
your
a plus
stats.
17,
Oh, yeah.
and I
Oh.
have advantage because I have Eldritch Mind
Mm-hmm.
And foresight.
and Foresight.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I have foresight.
Oh, poor Yanni. I've already cast it today on someone, and I don't remember who.
I
But,
thought it was Yummy.
well, he doesn't have the little icon, so I'm assuming it was someone else.
Oh, it was Brissa. Because Brissa,
Okay.
it's been a long day.
It has been a really long day. We have a lot of those, apparently.
I would rather, with all of her attacks, that Brissa had it than me. So
Mm-hmm.
With that, you guys come closer and closer towards the barge. And weirdly enough, the closer you get to it, the smaller it seems to be in comparison. It's still a relatively long barge. barge. I mean, from, tip to end, it's probably about 150, maybe a little bit longer than that feet. And you can see as you get there that there's a veritable garden growing all across it. You can see thick bushes with beautiful purple, lavender, and pink florals that are just like kind of rocking back and forth, swaying with the massive amount of movement that the nether sea is kind of causing. The souls in the water kind of splashing upwards, and the souls try desperately to cling onto the side, but are just like, it's like completely slick, it seems like, from their perspective, as they just like keep running off of the sides. As you get closer, you see that the barge itself is kind of tiered into two spots. The back half of the back third of the ship is a little bit higher, and you can see that there is a massive, what appears to be pool built into it. Then on the lower 2/3, you see that there's a smaller pool also inset into the wood itself. And then there seems to be at the front of the ship, so at the back of the ship is the large pool, kind of in the middle left side of the ship is the smaller pool, and the front of it you can see what appears to be a small reclining area, also kind of circular in shape like the pools, but there you can see very lush pillows and carpets, like it's a lounging area. It is fascinating and odd to see. Upon the barge, nothing stirs or moves aside from the souls and the bushes and growths of plant matter kind of like swaying with a rapid movement. You can angle it in such a way that you guys can descend down towards the ship if you'd like.
Yeah.
Who's in the front? Daphne?
Sure. I'll be in the front.
All right.
You're just so strong.
They're
I'll be
little gods,
right
guys,
behind
and they're
Daphne.
still saying like, "Why don't you go first?"
I'll be right behind Daphne, just keeping an eyes out.
You know what? Daphne goes first, Darian behind her, I'll go home.
No!
There you go. You guys actually make it on, and one by one land upon the deck of the Hypnos.
I did forget it had a name.
Beautiful, lush growths. And as you kind of get close and then seem to kind of like hover there a little bit, trying to actually land so that you guys don't get left behind by the ship.
Physics and mind D&D.
You get a sense of that just intoxicating nature of all the flowers and different floral scents, just like enrapturing your noses. Like the senses are truly stunning. The water of the pools swashes pretty aggressively with the water kind of being pushed back as you see, and you can see to the side the thousands of souls kind of screaming, being pushed towards it. As you guys are closer now, I'll let you all pick me a different kind of skill you would like to make. You can just pick a best skill if you want to game it, or you can pick a skill that is best suited for your character and that what they would like to do. This is going to be a hint, a clue, a sense that your character gains of what is going on upon this barge and in this moment.
Can I do an insight roll? It's not my best skill, but I'm good at it.
I know. All right.
28.
What about the rest of you guys?
I think I would like to make an investigation check and see what details I can suss out. 32.
Damn, Yanni, nice.
Yeah, the numbers you guys can roll now are just straight up absurd.
Well, hold your horses there. We know how I roll.
Natural one.
Clearly I should do perception, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I know it's really cheesy. I just want to roll something that's a plus 20, so that's
100%.
Absolutely.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I'll never have a passive 40 perception again in my life. So
That'll be what I roll. Do you want me to roll first, Clancy, or do you want to roll? Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out.
Damn, only a 34.
Because I don't
only a 34.
Oh, come on!
Okay, so we have...
You don't have plus 20 in anything? Surely you have something.
Oh. I have plus 14 in performance, intimidation, and then a plus 16 in acrobats.
See if you can
intimidate the hypnos.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a plus 16.
You're our ship now.
Yeah, I said yeah, plus 16, but I don't know how to...
Just do some standing backflips.
Yeah.
I know it's not your skill. You could do Arcana. Since Yanni technically did investigation, your Arcana is a plus 11. That's pretty decent.
At first I was thinking, like, I know this is a pleasure barge, or was at some point, and I wasn't sure if I could maybe try to, like, use the performance roll to just, like, keep tabs of, like, has everything just been wildly out of control now? Is this all, like, old stuff? But yeah, maybe I'll just use my Arcana, because I don't know if I want to actually...
performance check, it would just not be based on charisma anymore.
That's fair.
At that point, if you want to make a performance check with intelligence, that would be the same. So you can roll, but you have to do a -3 to the final result.
I think I'll just do the Arcana roll, because that's a lot of math for the same plus at the end of the day.
That's true. Let's say it'll still be performance flavored. How about that?
Okay.
This is just the same one for us.
25.
Why is she dancing while she looks around? I don't understand.
It's how I think, guys. Don't worry about it.
Never gonna let you down. Okay. With a 24 in Arcana performance, you kind of land down, and you do sense that the plants seem to have grown rampant. Nobody has been taking care of them, and you can see that some of them indeed are looking maybe a little sickly. Lutheria was a woman of very particular and peculiar tastes, but if there's one thing she enjoyed, regardless of being controlled herself or not, is control. And so you think that indeed it's clear that the Ghost Lord has let the barge go to a certain degree, which makes you wonder how many people might even still be upon it, if anything. And I'm not going to just do that for the pun, but whether there's even a skeleton crew manning the ship.
Hey, you gain a follower.
That one gains one. God damn it.
That was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good.
You do think that it seems like the plants themselves are always kind of feeding off of souls, generally speaking, but now there's something sickly about it. You can see that the plants themselves seem to have absorbed this. Maybe it's just this massive influx of additional souls, and something is not quite healthy looking about them. Lyra, immediately your feathers and hairs on your arms kind of start to like stand on end a little bit. Something doesn't seem right. That is clear from the get-go. You have immediate flashbacks to the temple of Moxena, where you guys were trapped. This thing is clearly part of something, but what? Why is there nobody here? Why would the Ghost Lord not defend this? You know in your guts this is a setup. But to what end and how it's going to come about, you obviously can't deduce that, but you know something is here. And you look around, and probably the weirdest thing is as you try to see the different fates, the different futures, there is nothing. There are no multitudes. There are no iterations. For the first time in a little while now, you see nothing but the present before you. And that is probably the thing that disconcerts you the most.
Can I tell, just from that roll, it's a long shot, but can I tell if the reason I can't see it is because it's getting blocked by something, or because the Hypnos that we're on like doesn't exist in reality or something.
You kind of tap your now very, very blue ribbon foot upon the deck, and you get the sense this must be physical and real. But what you do get the sense of is that there might be two explanations for what's happening. Either it is your hypothesis of something is blocking your ability to look into the future, or there is only one outcome, one future, no alternates. No
Which
other
honestly
outcomes.
is probably more terrifying than just someone is blocking it.
Yanni, with your investigation check, you look around and a 32 total. You can see that indeed this place has been abandoned for a while, but as you look at the way that some of these plants seem to be almost like sucking in the souls, it's almost like a very slow process of absorbing ectoplasmic nutrients out of the souls. They seem to actually absorb and annihilate the souls. In fact, the thing that you catch onto very quickly is that it's not just the plants, but the barge itself. The souls, even though they seem to slide off of the edges of the ship and it's impossible for them to be able to reach over the edge, the hull itself is rapidly absorbing dozens and 100 souls at a time. They're just like sliding through that, and there's like a scream that is associated with that as they're like being sucked through cracks and crannies within the wood itself into the lower bowels of the ship. It seems like the ship itself is absorbing all of these souls. Something within the lower part of the deck is absorbing the souls. Darian, with your just a 34.
Could be higher, I'm just saying.
Could be higher. You do notice that there is a glamour upon the Hypnos. It's impossible for the average mortal, maybe even the average god, to really notice how perfectly camouflaged these beings are. It is as if their very essence is just turned into partial existence and entwined with the foliage itself. And you feel not eyes, but intent. It is more that you can sense the thoughts and the wrath of creatures surrounding you all throughout the ship. As you go very still, you have your chakram out. You can sense these creatures all about you. You can't quite see them. They seem to be so well camouflaged that they're not quite real, not quite here, but it is like that sensation that you can only imagine the stars in a haunted movie have, of a malevolence watching them. But it's multiple points, it's not just one. It's almost like a dozen points of hatred focused upon the four of you.
Since I'm in between Lyra and Yanni, I don't want to voice what I feel, but I will almost like nudge Lyra's shoulder. And when I know she's probably going to be like, what the fuck? Because I nudged her. When she looks at me, yeah, I'll just meet her eyes.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah. I'll meet her eyes and you'll just see my chin kind of like nudge towards where I'm feeling some of the like bad vibes.
It's all around. It's behind.
Oh, it's all around?
Yeah. It's like all along the edges. You can feel that there's like this malevolence.
But I can't pinpoint, right? I just know that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I will, because I could tell that she's trying not to say anything out loud. Use our open channel that we still have with the rings.
Oh, do we still have that? Oh, okay. So, in the ring. Guys, there's something here, and it's so well hidden that all I can do is sense it. I can't actually see it. But we're surrounded, is what I'll say.
Coordinated firestorms?
I was just thinking firestorm.
Oh.
I didn't ask questions. I just said firestorm.
I mean, it's clearly a trap. But I don't want to alarm anyone. But for some reason, there are not multiple timelines for what we're about to do. I can't see anything. It's just right here, right now, present moment.
Right here, right now.
What good is that time stone then?
We better win.
Are we really about to coordinated firestorm this boat? It's so nice.
Lyra, the boat
We can build you a better
is a glamour. This is not.
Oh, well, dispel it, Yanni. Just dispel the boat.
one. A whole ass boat?
Yanni's a god
I
now.
should clarify.
I guess, like, yeah.
It's glamored upon the real ship. You are certain this ship is real.
Oh, still the actual ship.
But it's just there's a glamour that hides the... Does it hide the people that are there to potentially attack us?
Seems like it.
So could he dispel that, potentially?
You can certainly try.
Yanni tried to dispel what's
Yanni, I
hiding these
believe in
people.
you. dispel the glamour.
If they don't know that we know, me putting my finger to my temple tells them.
It's clearly a trap. We all are aware that it's a trap.
Trying to remember what I used a 3rd level spell on. Did I do ascending or something?
Probably.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
You did make a couple gods today. You know.
Yeah.
It's a 3rd level spell slot compared to that.
Insignificant. All right. Well, here we go. I'm just gonna do it at base 3rd level because I don't want to blow higher level slots trying this.
Okay. Yanni, you gather together magical power as you kind of start to feel a tug. You do feel a resistance. Something is certainly overlaid. In that moment, you sense that there is a multitude of enchantments. The barge is very heavily protected. As you kind of sift through and you try to focus on any glamour, particularly with the plants, what I need you to do is make me an Arcana check and then roll a D100.
On a check.
Actually, an intelligence check. I apologize.
Oh,
that's just minus the +8.
Minus 12. No, minus 12.
Aww.
The 12 is all the proficiency stuff.
Still a 25.
So 25.
All right, and then
a hundo. Oh, not a 20, a hundo. I'm clicking wildly. Oof.
Oh,
I got back to 37.
Hey, that was perfect.
It's been great, guys. I might be a god now, but it's still triggering. All my followers, they could just cast it, and I say that's cool. Just say that's cool. They could roll a 99, and I'd be like, "Boo, I got you." That's my thing.
And in fact, in that moment, it's like, oh my god, I just wish I had some Cheetos right now, Darian.
I got you, boo.
You use up one of your wishes.
Yeah.
As,
oh god, I'm so tired now.
I would say using a wish to invent Cheetos. That's a good use of a wish.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah.
You try to tug upon it as the flower, or like the flowers, the petals, the bushes kind of pull towards you for a second, and then kind of shake back and forth. You can see that there's like magical pollen that gets shaken out of the flowers. So it kind of like suffuses the area. All four of you immediately like coughing at that as it happens, starting to go through. I would like all four of you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
22.
36.
This number's absurd. I love it. It's just so.
Not Yanni and I like the low 20s, and we're like, oh, we're the weaklings.
Yeah, but I mean that came off a 5.
That's
True.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I did
So-
roll a 19, so
I rolled a 10, and I only rolled, I rolled a 21. I'm still the weakest of our friends.
Oh.
Yanni and Darian, the two of you are just like, as everything seems to suddenly just like turn into a vision of something else. As you suddenly lose your mind to memories. I would like you two to describe what memories do you think Yanni and Darian respectively would find so harrowing or moving or heartbreaking that they would find themselves suddenly just gone.
Yanni remembers the time when he was little on the streets. It was after Xenia had disappeared, so he was really on his own. And he pissed off a group of street kids that were basically bullies, and they were chasing him, and they chased him into this little tiny hole that he could climb into and kind of climb up and find some solace, but there was like hardly room to breathe, much less move. And they kept him stuck there for days. They kept somebody on watch until they finally got bored of it. But it was like 3 or 4 days that he was just stuck. No food, no water, stuck in a hole. Afraid to come out.
Darian's pretty similar. It's when she was thrown into her prison, and she's feeling that pain of losing her mother, watching her mother die in front of her, but also being in darkness and silence and just spending hours and hours and probably days, but she can't tell, wishing someone would come find her and get her.
Lyra and Daphne, you notice as your two friends immediately just become slack-jawed and just like and like cower. Your entire action is just spent cowering and reliving that memory, as will take moments from that. However, Darian and Yanni, both of you get DM inspirations. As you turn towards them, you don't even have enough time to react as suddenly the water in the larger pool in the upper back deck starts to churn. And very quickly you can see that the water seems to turn first red and then brackish, like a maroon, almost blackish color. And you see this tide start to form upward as bones are starting to shoot out from it. Sinew seems to kind of like just like form out of it and stitching itself together piece by piece.
Yeah.
Is the Ghost Lord.
Yeah.
Go.
As his bones all stitched together, his eye actually turns out to be just like this glass orb, massive inside, ponderous, you might say, starting to ponder you in turn. As it turns down in the skull, the horns kind of like bedecked with blood, the blood dripping down. He considers you, and his eye focuses and then kind of goes between Daphne and Lyra.
So, you have finally come.
So you have finally come. I'll just speak like this. This is the Ghost Lord now.
Sorry.
So you have finally come.
Just.
That's what he
But
said.
I love the deep voice.
Yeah,
It's so
no,
good.
Please.
yeah, we're a little late. It took us a while.
I'm sorry. We had to. I'm.
You're going crazy. You're going crazy.
No, you put nothing too far.
Let me just look over here in the light.
Have you come to fight or to barter?
Why would we barter?
Oh, good. I'm glad you said something, because I was also confused about why bartering was even on the table.
Because we both have a common enemy.
And demonic?
A slow nod from the Ghost Lord.
But everything that you've worked up to this, working with Moxana.
I needed the others distracted. I needed you distracted.
Mm-hmm. Or?
His arms, all 6 of them, just go wide as he points at the mass of thousands of souls being drug into this location.
For my plan, little godling.
Oh, full god.
He nods. There seems to be actually a hint of appreciation as he does that.
So you were able to do it. I was wondering if Moxina would succeed. Did her mind shatter deliciously in the end?
We cut her head off, so I guess kind of, yeah, in a way.
It was rather sad not being able to fight the true warrior, deceitful woman that she once was. She was crazed. A disappointment.
The shoulders go up.
You are a full god now. Bring her back and kill her again. And then bring her back and kill her again. But wait.
Lyra, he's saying some good things.
I think you already have experience in that.
You know,
don't you?
Honestly, I didn't think about it, but...
Right, we're gonna die. We're gonna kill. Perhaps I do. Turn of Gothy, shut up.
You just got rid of the mascara!
I know. Alright.
I offer you this. Do not interfere. And I will aid you against Kentamane. I will also offer you counseling. The fates, those little flecks of Thylea that I once again sensed. As you hopefully know by now, do nothing more than play you. Use you like puppets on strings of fate. If you go through with her plan, she will use you. What do you think Thyleans stand on when they walk and toil the field? Whose body do they bury their dead in?
I mean, she should have been in a physical form.
Yeah, did he say that the fates are toying? How long has he been down here? Have we lost track of time? Does he not know what's happened?
No, I think he knows exactly what's going on. He's trying to get to me.
To both of you guys, really.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys have only been fates for, like, you were fates for like a day and now you're gods.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
You kind of like leveled up.
Promoted ourselves.
Yeah, we were really good at the MLM thing. Like, we sold a lot of kits. we were the people that get the Lexus.
Yeah,
Lyra
you are bond.
Slept her way to the top, so.
Yeah.
If it works, it
what
works.
exactly is it that you are doing? Because I'm seeing an awful lot of souls, and I'm seeing a distinct lack of a Titan.
And also, there's a demon army somewhere that belongs to me.
Not two.
The demons, the tears of Thylea, her sorrow made incarnate. They don't belong to you, Fate. They belong to her. But I could teach you a way to break them from that bond. I have discovered it. To bind these fiends to my will. I could leave that secret with you, Lyra. I could show you how beautiful they are.
He looks to his side, and it's weird because it's almost like the bush peels back, but as it peels back, it really is like starting to push together, and you can see a form coming out of it. You see what appears to be a vaguely feminine shape, incredibly well.
Oh no, it's the hot one. I'm sorry.
Step forward. You can see that she has feathered wings as well. At her side, she has what appear to be a set of 2 adamantine spears, the tips of which seem to be reinforced with a glowing force-like power to it. She's also wearing a little bit more maybe than the picture that I found for it.
No.
Of course, I have to do fan service. I have to do fan service. I know.
I will say on the stream, her head was blocked by our name card. So it was giving very grinder profile pic with just the chest down and no head.
You know what? Good for her. Good for her.
Let me see how much I can zoom in on this one.
Hear me out.
No, we're doing that at the end of the campaign, damn it.
We could fix her.
I could.
A thing that is interesting about that, I would like... Oh boy, what would this be? Lyra
Persuasion.
and Daphne, make me either a nature or medicine check, the 2 of you.
Oh, fuck.
Hey guys, I managed to have a +5 and a +6, and I'm a god.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
I have a +11 in nature.
Okay, I'll do medicine.
Science nerd.
I got a 20.
You realize in that moment, mechanically players, your foresight does not work here.
Yep, that's that.
Fuck this guy.
Lyra, you see armored upon her is this chitinous, almost leather-like substance. And you have seen it before. Once. Looking through a small hole. Mostly really looking through a representation, and I'm watching the thing plummet away from a massive cube that imprisoned it for so long. It appears that she is wearing carapace from the Tarrasque as armor.
We love a recycle queen.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta use hand-me-downs, I'm not gonna fault you for it.
Yeah.
We love up thrifting.
Stop.
All right. He kind of looks towards her and then waves her away with one of her hands as she once again seems to just meld with the foliage around. Lyra and Darian. Sorry, Darian and Yanni. The horror shifts from one to another. What is the thing that makes this nightmare worse? How do you further plummet into it? How do you lose yourself, drown into the dark lake?
Darian sees. It's like all of a sudden she gets her vision back. But she watches the rest of the light of Thylea. Either, like, in one vision they die, and it's horrendous. In another vision, they leave her. In another vision, they tell her she's not good enough to be with them. But it's this constant barrage of the light, basically her feeling like she can't use them to escape this. That there's no one there to pull her out of this. That she's alone, even as an adult, even free from that prison. She's still alone.
Yanni's still trapped in that little space, and it goes from memory to more wrapping in emotional trauma from the whole of his life. Really, the top of the shattered chimney thing that he climbed up into suddenly is ripped off, and at first he thinks he's free, but it's Lutheria, crazed. She reaches down and grabs him, pulls him up out, and starts just chuckling maniacally as she brings up two little clawed fingers and starts coming towards his eyes.
The Ghost Lord turns back towards the two of you.
If you go through with this plan that you seem to follow, Thylea will rise. Kintimani will no longer be able to hold her in her place. And all those people that worship you now, that you seek to protect, will die in the process. Or at best will be displaced. The few that you might be able to rescue. I'm guessing that she has told you that she is going to simply keep laying down the compliant little corpse that she is. How likely do you think this is? Furthermore, Kintimani is still stronger than she is. However, what if we had the power to defeat him? What if I had the power to defeat him? My dream has always been beyond this prison that he created for all of us. I've always wanted to see the worlds beyond. For eons, outsiders washed upon our shores. In Lutheria and Sidon and Teleos and the others, they used them like playthings. I saw a promise of a land without them in it, without my kind in it. I see that you want to lay claim to this world, and I bear it no love, so have it. I have no desire for this cursed place that made me turn to this. I do have desires beyond. So I say we make a pact. Light. Are you raising your hand to speak?
It's an above table question. It's an above table question. I don't think it'll work because obviously we're dealing with god shit. This is the god shit phase of the campaign now.
Mm-hmm. Gross.
But it's a freebie. So while he's talking to us, I'm still paying attention because I don't want him to think that I'm not listening.
Mm-hmm.
But can I just reach over and grab Darian's arm and cast Greater Restoration on her?
Do you have Greater Restoration as like a spell?
We have it as an at-will spell now.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and cast it.
I don't think it'll work, but if it's a freebie, why not try? You know what I mean?
And then from there, what I need you to do... go ahead and make me a charisma check.
I was gonna say, could I maybe try to help in a way and like step in front and like as he's giving this monologue,
make me a performance check.
Okay. Yeah.
Why not?
Sure.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oof.
Oh god.
Use my inspiration. Use my inspiration.
Do you want to give me your inspiration?
I'm giving you my inspiration.
Get it.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
And then roll a d100, please.
Wow.
Not a divine inspiration or divine intervention.
No, it's not. It was a teaser. You touch Darian's arm, and then you see just like the sweat beating upon her forehead, her eyes crazed and looking around. Darian, from your perspective, in one of the visions, Lyra just looks down upon you and says that in Discord chat. And you are devastated.
I would never.
I feel like, what the fuck? I've been dieting. Like,
Oh no!
She says, 1,401 calories, Darian. 1,401.
it was just the one day.
Daphne, though, you have done this a million times. You can sense that the Ghost Lord actually is genuinely trying to avoid conflict with you guys. And so you capitalize on that. It's a weak spot that you push. And so as a gladiator, you kind of like put your arms forward. What do you say to really like draw his attention to at least make him believe that you're willing to hear him out on this?
Ooh. It was gonna be like more have him focus all his ire on me rather than
Sure.
to just
Jimmy.
force you into this. It sounds like this is exactly what you've been wanting, what you've been planned. You were outcasts your whole life by your family because you weren't good enough.
He kind of stepped forward, and you can see his massive teeth kind of gnash at that. The tendons kind of going taut. A little splinter of the bow kind of cracking off and flying away.
You forced her to make you into a god. You weren't even chosen. It was through your pure stubbornness. And yes, your control of power that you're here today. Don't pretend that you were forced into this. You clawed your way here.
He, gnashing his teeth, goes,
I've earned it. Like you. You were not chosen. You happened to be born with the right blood. And that was all. You had things handed to you. I have seen Gigants like you. They lived on their forebears' perfect lives, the laurels that they rested upon. What's your tongue?
so you try to like get Darian out of this, and she just like seems to be like, and she's like crying, looking at you directly, Lyra. Just like,
Girl, I really need you to step out of it.
Oh god.
Daphne, I know you haven't been with us this entire time, but we do have a recurring theme in our party of last minute siding with the bad guys and then getting fucked over for it afterwards.
I know. I've been with you all long enough to know that. I was there for the side-on thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened more than just that time, though, and I really don't want it to happen again.
Oh, don't you worry. It won't.
as he says,
You could leave at any point. You know that Sidon had, in practice, a way to get out, and you decided not to. I call bullshit.
I don't
You want
to
power,
leave
because you're not
yet.
done. Yeah,
I have
that's what I
one more
thought.
thing to do. If you had simply sat around and played with the Moon Maiden and the Trickster and your little fuckboy some more, I would have been fine. But now we're here. If you want blood so bad, I will give you your own. Or we come to terms, and I will help you defeat Kintamani without Thylea's help. And I will put her to rest before I truly leave as a greater god once and for all. That is my offer.
he looks at Yanni and Darian kind of blubbering with them as one of his hands waves, and Yanni and Darian, the two of you kind of snap out of it. And then suddenly the rest of what happened just seems to rush into your minds.
Oh my god, are you back? Oh my god, thank god you're back.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Oh my god, it's like a really bad brain freeze. Oh my god. Yanni,
What?
you want to fight?
Using the rings.
Yeah, this is the ring.
Not.
You want to fight? You want to fight?
I want to take him down a peg, but I kind of want to hear him out.
Oh,
What's this one more thing he wants to do?
Yanni, we can't do this again.
As the thing comes in, I will say that your passive investigation now puts the pieces together. He just said that he wants to leave as a greater god. You're all lesser gods. He wants to be in a power level equivalent with Kentimani and with Thylea. And then he wants to leave. Darian, something inside you knows that he hates Thylea. Hates its people. Genuinely hates. He sees the threat that you all pose. He's not an idiot, and he's not going to be one of those bad guys that just fights because he needs to be there to fight you guys. So this is a genuine parlay. He respects you all and the threat that you pose. He seems to think that he has something to offer that you might genuinely be interested in. But ultimately, Yanni, as you communicate that to the others, you piece together the pieces. He is enacting or has figured out some kind of necromantic ritual, using likely Thylea body and spark as a focal point to draw in the hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of souls of all the Thyleans that have ever died and filtered into the Nether Sea, to draw all their souls into him and ascend to yet another level, to become a greater god. Which makes a statement of being able to help you guys fight Kentimani without needing to rely on Thylea genuine. If it works, he would have the power.
Consuming all the souls here that have died on Thylea would also mean consuming the souls of those that we have lost and have been working on getting back.
Yeah.
And to be frank, all of his points were stuff that we already knew. We weren't expecting Thylea to not show up and kill everyone. We already talked about this. I literally bled so we could ask her what was going to happen afterwards.
I mean, to be fair, she was very vague, and she's like, yeah, I could not do that.
Well, she said we knew people were going to die. She said that she could bring them back afterwards. I don't think there was any thought that she was just going to sit by while everything else happened.
It's canon that this is what we do, and we're talking in the rings now, right?
Yeah.
It only took 134 episodes for us to do this.
Sorry, guys, I know this is like really itchy. Don't worry about it, Beaumont. Don't worry about it.
And why would we want to give someone who hates Thylea this much powers of a greater god?
Yeah. Sure. The last thing I want to do is send someone else out into the universe, the astral sea, and have them do to another world what was done here. I don't want to send out a god who's just wants more power, wants more. Just more. I don't see someone who will be satiated.
Yeah, you guys are right. We need to take him down.
All
And
right.
who's to say he doesn't just turn around and destroy Thylea after we make him a greater god?
Yeah. Do you guys want a firestorm? Operation Firestorm?
I don't want to, only for the sole chance that he is immune to fire. So maybe we should firebolt him first and see if it works.
That's good. Over and out.
All right, and as you guys try to be as nonchalant as possible, the situation
We're all just picking our nose.
tense. And next week, we're gonna be rolling some initiative. Oh boy, this shit is gonna be fun. This is gonna get wild. I'm excited for it.
Wow, my initiative modifier is a plus 15 now.
I know.
Oh,
Wow.
that was fine.
That's
Oh, mine's a plus
crazy.
13. Holy fuck.
Oh, plus 15 too.
Daphne's just like me.
I
What
got
do
it.
you do? What do you?
Plus 10.
Oh, that's a little bit. Because you have alert, right, David?
Yeah.
Me too.
Nice.
That's alert.
Oh, I was trying to. I have the 10 from the dexterity, and Jack of all trades gives me half proficiency for initiative bonus.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
no. David and I can't be surprised. But we can cry and beat. So
You can be traumatized.
we can be traumatized.
I can just pick at people and bully them.
Not a bad thing to have. Not a bad thing to have. All right, cool. With that, we will see all of you again next week on Tuesdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, to see how the fuck this situation is going to pan out. My money's obviously on the players, but you never know. This shit might go maybe a little bit more sideways than they're expecting. I'm excited for how they're going to do
It always does. It always does.
Level
But
20
probably
plus,
not
plus,
more
plus,
sideways.
baby. Yeah,
Probably not more
universal
sideways
fast
than
wish.
if we had sided with him and then he backstabs us later on. So
Surprise, surprise.
Who hurt you, Tyler? Who hurt you?
everyone in this campaign hurt me, David.
Has hurt me at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We keep making the same mistake.
Not
just-
today, damn it.
Therapy to finally get through that. That's what it has been the entire time. Surprise, surprise.
I just needed my wisdom score to
You
not
know,
be a 10 for me to
be
realize
fair-
that we were doing it.
He did offer us counseling. He may have meant he wanted to help us deal with our trauma.
No,
I
I don't
don't-
want to deal with
There's
it.
just
I just
a
want to
phase that
repress
appears.
it.
Yeah.
I have
I-
the therapy.
I'll wish my trauma away, and this demon army already belongs to me, motherfucker.
It's so weird. We're gonna beat him next week, hopefully, and then the next week we're gonna just fight Kentamani so I can win the thread because
But
I guessed 136.
Hold on,
So
hold
we've still got the other three.
shh, let me pretend like it's gonna be me because
You
it's
and
probably
my
gonna
kid.
be clear.
My kid does that. She looks at me when I point out things like that and goes, shh, shh.
Your daughter and I would be such good friends because that's how we deal with our problems. Shh, 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 shh. Don't voice it.
Shh, no, shh,
It's not
no.
real. It's not real. All right, cool.
141.
See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.